AJ, nice work mate. Looking good.
People nervous in the over here.
How's it going, Andrew?
I'm okay.
It's hot.
Very nervous, very hot. Looking forward to 31 degrees on the run. Really looking forward to that.
No, they said it was going to be 34.
Yeah, great.
31 in the
Have
water.
you got those misters installed yet?
No, I wish.
Come on, man.
Everything was on my side.
You have one job. One job.
Damn, you got this mate. That's it AJ, nice work mate. Looking good.
Let's go, AJ! You got it!
Strong mate. Nice work so far.
Go AJ. You catching Nick? Go AJ. Watch out for that gorilla.
Team Tropical Shredders from Cairns. From the NQ Triathlon Academy, Demelza Garden in the 35 to 39s, Andrew Lamont in the 30 to 34s, and Team
Hey guys, so as you can see from the video you've just watched, conditions at Palm Cove yesterday were perfect. Massive thanks to Kirsten, Stefan and the team at Peppers for sorting out accommodation for the night before. That was awesome. Such a great spot to start the day, just to walk out the front and the swim start was right there. I was organised and ready bright and early. I was up at 4:30. I had the bike transition and everything done by 5:30. I watched the pros start at 6:20. That was really cool. Then stood around, drank coffee and talked a lot of rubbish. I was really surprised how quickly 7 o'clock came around and people had their wetsuits on and I didn't. 7 o'clock, jumped in the wetsuit, went down for a quick warm up and had a bit of a paddle around, then got out. The plan initially had been to go at the start of the second wave, possibly the back of the first one. But yeah, the idea was to go at the start of the second wave, 35 to 40 minutes, because that's where I thought I was going to be at. Got out of the warm-up and there are a heap of people in the first wave and I still I've got to jump in that wave. There's too many people there. So jumped up in there, stood around for a while and ran into my friends Jeremy and Warren, seasoned campaigners. Massive thanks to you guys for getting me in the water. I was starting to panic there while we were waiting, but just the general chit-chat, garbage, talk and banter got me through. So that was awesome, thank you. The swim went to plan, like exactly the way I wanted it to go. Always, whenever I do any sort of open water swim, jump on the outside straight away and just go down the outside. I don't get close to the boys, I don't try and cut in. Like, I'm not an elite swimmer, I'm not going to do a 20-minute swim. So I just try to and just stay out of trouble. That worked really well. So didn't really come near anybody. We had an easy run south for about 600 metres. Then we turned east and headed straight out away from shore. that went for about 200 metres. That was longer than expected, and it was hard. But then we had an easy run back north to the top buoy and then back to the shore. Had to settle myself down and take it easy as I was coming around that last buoy, because I heard saw the last buoy, thought I had a couple hundred to go, looked up and just automatically put the foot down. I'm like, oh no, hang back. So yeah, I had to really slow myself down for that last few hundred metres. So yeah, swim was done in 32.50, which around about 32.50, which was awesome. Transition one, really glad I did the practice transitions the day before, because that just got me through. I tried to chuck as much sunscreen on as I could, clearly not enough. I'm looking down at my leg here and I can still see the line from my bike shorts. I got on the bike without crashing into anyone, which was a huge bonus, because I panicked about that. It was about a 7:50 transition, which was too slow, but I was glad I did it that way and took it easy rather than rushing. Bike legs felt amazing, so I sat at over 30 km an hour easy. Like, I was just doing it easily the whole way up to towards port. Then at the turnaround, there was a fair wind, which I wasn't expecting after the north. Like, it felt fairly windy as we were riding along, as we were heading north. But then we turned around and came south, and yeah, it was really quite a headwind. What I couldn't believe was that I was passing people as I was doing it. I was really surprised that the bike leg was going to be my weakest leg. Wasn't expecting that. The only real hairy moment on that road between Palm Cove and Port Douglas was the Rex, coming down the Rex Lookout, the south side of the Rex Lookout. Got up top there really well, started coming down the other side, and the lead group of pro men came past me on the right hand side as I was coming down, and I was probably going at about 40 odd k's an hour, and they were going a hell of a lot faster than that, so I dove straight over to the left. And as I was doing it, hit a pothole and nearly came off. About the 50k mark, the pain in the hip started. Now, this is a hip pain that I've been experiencing for a couple of weeks now. I knew it was going to come at some stage, I didn't know when. So that came, I tried basically everything. I tried changing positions and it just kept coming back. I tried going slower, that didn't help. I tried going faster, that didn't help. I tried going the same pace, that didn't help. Higher cadence, lower cadence, just nothing made it better. So basically by about 60 k's, or probably close to 70, decided, no, I just got to put my head down and get this over with. I was in excruciating pain by that stage, but I knew that once I got off the bike and started running, it would go away. So that's all I had, that in my head, that's all I had to do, was just put my head down, get the bike over with, and then get onto the run. At that stage, the nutrition plan went out the window. I just ate whatever they threw at me, tried to drink as much as I could, but I think in hindsight, I didn't focus enough on my nutrition plan. Last 20 k's, we had the headwind as we expected, and I forgot to drink. I had a look at my water bottles there. I collected one at the last transition point, should have collected two. I sprayed a bit of that on my face to try and cool myself down, had a mouthful. There's still over half a bottle left, and there's a full bottle in the other one. And I didn't drink for that last 20 k's basically. Got the bike done in 3 hours and 2 minutes, so a hell of a lot quicker than I expected. Run transition, that was hot. I started to realise that the skin was burning from the ride. I had to change my shirt. I had a sleeveless tri-suit on. So I know I need a shirt. I've got pasty white skin. I need a t-shirt. Change that. What that then meant is that I hadn't actually thought of how I was going to carry the gels that I wanted to carry, because there's pockets in the back of the tri-suit, but there aren't in the t-shirt. So I had to leave those there. And the other thing was, then I started running out, got to the aid stage just as I was about to head over the transition point, and I left my number behind. So I had to turn around, run back, grab my number, then run back and go again. 6:40 transition, again, too slow. Yeah, really need to work on those. So run started really, really well. I knew I'd gone hard on the bike, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold 4 minute 20 k's like I hoped. But I also knew that I'd banked a lot of time on the bike that I wasn't expecting, so I knew I could take it a lot easier. So I went out at about a 4:50 pace, and it felt good through the first few k's. Ran through the aid station at 4.5 k's, grabbed a cup of water, and threw it straight back up. I knew something was wrong a few k's before that, because my guts just wasn't feeling great, and I was pretty out of it. But yeah, I didn't realise there was something so seriously wrong. yeah, threw that water straight back up. Tried some Coke, threw that up, and it actually hurt. So I knew something was seriously worried. Started to slow down a bit, but then out of the corner of my eye, I saw the first aider looking at me funny. So I thought, I've got to head down and get out of here so they don't pull me out of the race. So next aid station comes along, and I thought, I'll walk this one, take it easy, bit of water, cool myself down, try and cool that body temperature down, because I could feel by that stage I was starting to overheat. Didn't help. I just couldn't cool myself down, and I couldn't take on anything. So tried gels, couldn't take them on. Couldn't stomach a gel, couldn't stomach Coke, couldn't stomach water, couldn't stomach electrolytes, and everything just came back up. So continued jogging, dropped that pace back to about a 5:20 pace. I thought, if I just jog easy, that's my easy pace. If I just jog at that, I can just at least get myself through. That got me through to the 11.5k or 12k aid station. After that one, I went to jog again, but just couldn't do it. Just couldn't run. Basically fell and falling in a big hole. I then walked for quite a few k's for a long time. If you look at the time, that's a significant chunk of time that I was out there. And the worst part was it was in the hottest part of the course. I was in a bad way, and I was actually at the point where I was considering throwing in the towel. I felt like an absolute failure. The worst part, though, when that was happening, I think this is the worst part in my head, was that everyone was so supportive. So I'm walking along in a world of hurt, a world of pain, mentally just screaming at myself, and everyone's telling me how good a job I'm doing. That was really hard. What changed was at the 15k mark, my friend Huey stopped. He put his arm around me and he said, "We're going to finish this together." That's the only reason why I finished, I think. So huge thanks to Huey. Basically, he then talked me through the rest of the run. We jogged, we walked the aid stations, but we ran together. Got over the line in 2:28. Total time of 6 hours and 17 minutes, which in my book is a failure. I'm really, really disappointed in myself. I made mistakes on the day that I shouldn't have. I didn't drink enough water. I let the heat get to me, and I ended up basically falling apart. Where to from here, I don't know. I need to have a bit of a think about where I'm going to go next. I don't think there'll be any more triathlons on the cards for me. I just don't have the time to train for them, unfortunately. We're expecting another child in January, so that's just not going to happen. Couple of thank yous that I need to send out to people who may or may not be watching. One of them to my beautiful wife Kate and my son Lucas. Kate's 6 months pregnant, and she spent the whole day out watching me from the swim start at Palm Cove. She took this photo at Palm Cove, and she was sitting there all day taking footage of me, looking after Lucas, and the two of them sat there under a tree and watched me all day. So that was awesome. Thank you, Kate, and thank you for putting up with me with all my training and letting me get to this point. Another huge thanks needs to go to the members of Cairns Multisport crew. Anytime I've needed anything, they've been there for me, and they always are. So if you're a Cairns local and you're not already a member, look them up on Facebook and get around it. They're the nicest bunch of people you'll ever meet. They're absolutely fantastic. Next one I need to thank is Hugh. Hugh, without you, I would not have finished, I don't think. I owe you heaps. Thanks, man. That's my recap of the Cairns Ironman 70.3. 2 out of the 3 legs were awesome. I did better than I'd expected, and I'm really, really happy with how I went. Unfortunately, I did fall in a hole, and that's disappointing. My next race of any kind is going to be a 10k in a couple of weeks' time. There will be a future for this channel. I don't know where it's going to go next. I'm going to have a bit of a think, and I'll let you guys know in the next video where we're going to go next. Alright, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Oh, another thank you I need to give out is there were a couple of people throughout the day who kept talking about my vlog. There was a guy up at the airport turnaround who was filming me, I'm pretty sure, and saying, "Do it for your vlog fans." No idea who that guy is. Thank you. And there was another guy who I talked to later on at the RSL. These people who I don't know who they are, but they're watching these videos, and yeah, it's awesome. I'm really, really glad that this is actually reaching out to people. And yeah, that was super supportive on the day, so thank you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already and you want to see where this goes, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you soon. Bye.